entrepreneur can often feel like you're drinking from a fire hose, a steady stream of tips, tricks, and tactics on how to have a $10,000 month or a six-figure launch or create a passive income product that allows you to make money even while you sleep. The inherent problem with all of the hype, though, is that too many entrepreneurs are finding themselves frustrated when they're not seeing these kinds of results. So what's happening? I think it just lies into one simple thing. They're trying to reach for a strategy they're just not ready for yet. Hi, I'm Rachel Cook, creator of the Fired Up and Focused Challenge. And after working with thousands of entrepreneurs over the past 10 years, I've noticed something over and over again. We hear all of these exciting things that we can do with our service-based business so that we can reach and serve more people, we can make more money. But when we try to attempt them ourselves, we find ourselves frustrated to not hear all the amazing results that we've been promised. What's really happening? I think it all comes down to understanding a few pieces of information that will help you to understand what you should be working on in your business right now. It's all about understanding the stages of your business. There are 3 key stages that all businesses need to go through. And I'm not talking about startups that are out there seeking investment. I'm talking about businesses like ours, solopreneurs who are out there serving people and wanting to find ways to move from working just one-on-one to working with more people in a sustainable way. The 3 stages of our business that we need to consider are the startup stage, the success stage, and then scale and sustain. Now, all of the strategies that you've probably heard about that are all about having passive income or creating these online coaching programs, they're all part of the final stage of business. And if you don't lay the foundation first with the previous 2 stages, then you're probably getting really fed up and stressed out when you're not seeing the results that have been promised. So let's rewind a little bit and talk about the first 2 stages of business and what you might need to focus on right now. The first stage is the startup stage. Now, this is something that we all have to go through. We have to understand who we're serving and what it is we really want to offer the world. Now, the truth is, you might have to go through the startup stage for a little while to find the right offering, to find the right thing that people actually want to pay for. This stage is all about validation. It's making sure that you're not just coming up with something in your own little secret entrepreneur laboratory and then putting it out in the world hoping that thousands will flock to your door. This is a stage of testing your ideas. It's a stage of interviewing people, getting to know the people that you want to serve, and making sure that you're actually giving them a solution to a real problem that they have. If you're not matching up the right offering with the right people, then no matter what tips, tricks, and tactics you try to throw out there, you're not going to see the success that you're looking for. So the startup stage is all about validation. It's all about testing and making sure that people actually want what it is that you have to offer. If you have the right fit of offerings to the community that you're serving, then you move into the next stage, which is the success stage. Now, in this stage, you're likely working with people one-on-one. Maybe you have a more leveraged offering where you're working with multiple people at the same time, but what generally starts to happen here is you know your idea is working. You know that you have a solution that people will pay for. And this is where you're getting your experience working with people. Now you're understanding the nuances of the problem that they're facing, and you're able to refine your offering. You're able to see where people are getting stuck, where they're seeing success, and what is just extraneous, and you can remove from the offering altogether. This is a really important piece of the puzzle, because if you don't have an opportunity to work through your material to make sure that your offering is actually getting the results that you've promised to people, then it's going to be incredibly hard to sell it to more and more people. The biggest challenge in this success stage is while you do have cash flow coming in the door, you have people paying to work with you, they're paying to get the solution that you have created for them, You also are likely struggling with the feast or famine cycle. The feast or famine cycle occurs very naturally for most businesses in their first few years. It looks something like this. You take on a handful of clients. You dive right into working with those clients. They're incredibly happy. You're loving the process of working with them and starting to help them see results. But once those clients wrap up work with you, you've got a blank slate. And now you've got to fill up your practice or your business again with brand new clients. It starts to create this struggle of cash flow where you have a huge influx of cash flow when you have new clients coming in the door, but the moment they leave, you're back at ground zero and you've got to figure out how do you hustle and fill up your client docket again and again and again. Now, the good news is the feast or famine cycle is something that you can break free from. It just requires some real strategy to ensure that no matter where you are in your work with paying clients, you've always got new people learning about you, getting attracted into your business, and waiting for you to have the next spot available for them. The next stage in your business is scale and sustain. Now, this is where a lot of people start to get excited because they know after they've been working with people one-on-one or in small groups for a while that they're ready to reach and serve more people. They know that they have a real solution that gets people results. They've done the work, they've tested their programs, they know the process they need to take people through to get them from point A to point B. When you've gone through all of that groundwork, then you're ready to take that next step to scale and sustain your business. This is where the fun really begins and where I start to see people creating programs, products, and services that allow them to stop trading dollars for hours. Now, this could be something that's more leveraged, like a group coaching program. It could be something that's completely passive, like an online training program where you don't have to actively be teaching. They're getting the information from videos or audios that you've already created. The challenge with the scale and sustain process is that at this stage of business, you really need to make sure that one, you have the right offering, that you have something that people are going to pay for, that you tested in the startup stage. And two, you need to make sure that you've refined that offering, that you know it works, that you have testimonials of people who've gone through this process with you so that you have something that is proven, that has a track record. Now, when you get to the scale and sustain portion of your business, the big secret that most people don't know is that your business model actually will likely change quite a bit. The first few stages of your business, the startup stage and the success stage, you don't have to be reaching thousands and thousands of people. It's a big secret most people don't realize. You can be building a profitable business with maybe just a few hundred followers. You probably don't need that many clients in your docket in order to create a nice living for yourself. But when you start shifting towards the scale and sustain stage of business, where you're looking at leveraged or passive offerings, your business model will start to change. This is where you will likely need to not just reach a few hundred, but likely several thousand, maybe even tens of thousands of people in order to have enough to draw from in order to fill these programs, products, or services. Now, this is a whole nother ballgame, but it's something that can be done, especially when you have a proven offering with a proven track record. I hope this helped to demystify the big question of what should I really be focused on in my business right now. And I'd love to hear from you. What stage of business are you currently in? And what are you going to be focused on in order to move your business forward? If you're in that startup stage, what are you doing to validate your idea, to make sure that you have the right offering for the right community, to make sure that people will happily pay for what it is you have to offer? If you're in the success stage, what are you doing to ensure that that offering is finely tuned, that it has a clear process, that it's delivering the results that you have promised to people? And what are you doing to ensure that you're not struggling with that feast or famine cycle that so many small businesses struggle with all the time? And finally, if you're headed towards or you're in the scale and sustain stage of your business, what are you going to start focusing on to shift your business model to focus on reaching and serving more people and ensuring that you have the right numbers in order to see the results that you're looking for? I can't wait to hear from you in the comments below, and until then, I'll see you next week.